the speaking portion of the examination, and of course for this portion of the test I will be your examiner, and the test does have 3 parts: part 1, part 2 and part 3, and time to time you will be given instructions what will you do and what you shouldn't, and of course for the marking purpose all the test will be recorded. So may I know your full name, please?
Well, my full name is MD Ashraful Alam, but you can say Ashraf.
Ashraf, where are you from?
I from Dhaka, Bonasri, Meradihat.
Well, so to know about you in a better way, I will ask you some of the common questions. So do you work or study?
Well, actually now I am working as a private organization. This name is Ruby Exeter Limited. This located is.
Do you love your job?
Obviously, I love my job.
What are the challenges you can face or you can see nowadays at your work?
Well, when when many tasks come at a time, then it was a very challenges for me to deliver this job. But I try to complete my job to work extra hour.
Let's talk about restaurant. How often do you visit a restaurant?
Restaurant.
How often do you visit a restaurant?
Restaurant.
Okay. When do you go outside to have meal?
Oh, well, I go outside for milk after 11:30 p.m. After completing my Johar prayer.
So what kind of food do you love to have when you visit a restaurant?
Well, my favorite food is pizza. This pizza name is Pizza Hut. Sometime I go there with my family and friend when I feel free, and I go there during holiday. Yesterday today morning I went to Pizza Hut and I with my family and.
Ashraf, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In this portion of the test, you'll be given a card, and here is a card. Okay, don't watch it until I do ask you to do so. And of course, here is the paper and the pen. If you want to take some notes, of course, you are allowed. And you will have just 1 minute to take some preparation. So, Ashraf, your 1 minute preparation time starts now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please start speaking.
Well, my preferable restaurant is the Domino's Pizza. I went sometime with my friends and family, and I enjoy very much. It is a very positive about this because it was very tasty. For this reason, I like it and choose, and I went there sometime.
Okay.
It's all, sir.
So this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. Give your card and the paper and the pen back. Okay, and to know in a better way, now we'll go through for discussion.
Okay.
What types of restaurants are available in your area nowadays?
Now this area is fast food restaurant is available in Bonasri area. It is very close our nearable home and our in this area actually.
With whom generally do you love to visit a restaurant to have some foods?
I would like to go with my family to go to restaurant.
When we visit a restaurant, should we go with our colleagues or with our family members?
I visited with my family. I went there last week with my family to be visited a restaurant. Name is Mogosdolai.
So in terms of taste, nowadays, can you see any major changes if we make a comparison with the last few decades? In terms of the taste of food in a restaurant, can you see any major difference nowadays if we make a comparison with the last few decades?
Well, sir, I can understand. Obviously, there is some different food, and this like name is Alif Burger. It is a very cheap rate, and it is a cheap rate. Also, it is very tasty.
Ashraf, thank you so much. This is the end of your IELTS speaking test. Have a great day ahead.
I am I am so grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So next candidate. Okay. Yeah, please come in and sit down. So may I know your full name, please?
My name is Shona Ahmed and you can address me as Shumona.
Shumana, where are you from?
I'm from Dhaka, Khilgaon basically.
So do you work or study?
I do both simultaneously as I'm a full-time worker or employee in United International University as a teaching assistant, and also at the same time I'm taking preparation for IELTS exam as I have planned to go abroad for higher studies.
So what are the main roles that you play for your company these days?
Okay, basically I'm currently teaching as a teaching assistant regarding computer application course, advanced computer application course, and also marketing research. And at the same time I certainly do invigilator duties and also give notes to the students. And by this time there are some enroll assessment that I need to check for the university.
Let's talk about trash. How do you manage the trash? Those are produced at your home.
Okay. Trash can be processed or used in various way. Basically, it produced through when my mom or someone is trying to cook something, and this trash can be used as for fragmentation for agricultural purpose or tree plantation purpose, and I use those things for that.
Why do people actually work on the development for the society by conglomerating all sorts of the rubbish they do produce in their house?
Sir, can you please repeat?
Yeah, I'm
the
asking you
question?
the question. Okay, when we do produce, okay, some of the trash in our house, and how can we utilize them for the development of our society?
Okay, so whenever we produce or create some sort of trash through our regular activities, that can be used for the society by creating them for useful thing, like sometimes we are using a box for carrying books or something, and that box can be prepared for some crafting things, and those can be used for the society purpose whenever we are trying to decor something, or there we are arranging some program, there we can use it.
Let's talk about swimming. Do you know how to swim?
I don't know how to swim. As a result, I don't try to attempt for swimming purpose.
Is there any swimming pool near your house?
No, there is currently no swimming pool near to my house, but there is a swimming pool that I know that is 15 minutes distance from my walking distance from my house.
So how often do you visit this swimming pool?
I seldom visit the swimming pool with my friends. About 1 year back. After that, I didn't.
So this is the end of it. IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In this portion of the test, you'll be given a card, and there is the card, and take it, and there is the paper, and of course the pen. You are allowed if you want to take some notes. So your 1 minute preparation time starts now.
Thank you, sir.
So, dear candidate, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please commence speaking.
Okay. So when I was in the school, at that time I didn't perform anything like that. But when I was at my college, or at that moment, I had joined a program or a group of people where I need to perform some task as a representative to organize a reunion program for the college seniors, where I need to organize the reunion program. As per, I need to manage some sponsor, and also I need to communicate with them as a representative of the school and of this college. As a result, when I was being there, I need to communicate with them and convince them that why this program is useful to them and why they can be the sponsor of this program, and it can be fruitful to their organization by sponsoring our program. So when I convinced them, they agreed to that, and we were able to manage the band as we are acquiring to achieve for our program.
So, Shomana, this is the end of it. IELTS speaking test part 2. Let's move on to part 3. And so, Shomana, could you please tell us, okay, why do people love to work as a team?
Okay. There are some people that doesn't feel comfortable to work alone, or they didn't feel confident to work alone in a position where they need to face one to one. As a result, they love to work in a group, and they feel like they are more comfortable over there, as they can communicate with different people at the same time. They need to work less.
Is it really beneficial for the society if someone does work as a volunteer?
Yes, definitely. I do believe that, because when I was doing volunteering activities in my university time, I was working for the National Job Fair, where I was volunteer, and I got to know so many peoples, and I got the chance to build up a network over there as well.
In your opinion, what are the disadvantages of working as a volunteer?
Yes, there are some disadvantages, because while working as a volunteer, you did not get paid something. So everything you need to do with your own wishes or own willingness. As a result, sometimes you might not feel like to do something, as there is no financial enforcement over there.
Shomana, thank you so much. And this is the end of your IELTS speaking test. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Just take it in hand. And may I know your full name, please?
Mahbub Rahman Shapun. You can call me Mahbub.
Mahbub, where are you from?
I am from in Monastery in Dhaka.
Do you work or study?
Last time I was working as a factory manager in Dhaka, but now I didn't.
Let's talk about hobbies. Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I hobbies is tourism. I like so much because I already visit is 11 country. Then if I have time and I have enough money, then I go for visit any country.
Besides traveling, do you have any other hobbies?
Besides traveling, I have hobbies is I like movie, then thriller movie, and also I like is action movie, and also I like sometimes is food. So many food I like.
So do you know how to cook food?
Yes, I know how to cook because when I have free time, I cook is so many items I can cook.
What type of food do you generally love to cook?
I like to cook is rice, fried rice, and biryani, and chicken fry. That's all.
With whom do you love to share your food when you cook something?
Yes, I share with my family. I share with my children,
Okay.
and I also share with my friends.
Okay.
Sometimes I also share with my colleagues.
So Mahbub, this is the end of your speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In the portion of the test, you'll be given a card, and here is the card. And this is the paper. Of course, you're allowed to take some notes if you want. And there is the pen. And your 1 minute preparation time starts now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Dear candidate, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please commence speaking.
Actually, when I was in 12 years old, then that time I was joined with in culture Sangaton activities that like a Kalagar, and I was is my favorite person is whose name is Mr. Tokon, and I like to him very much because his activities, his vocal and his all kind of space I so many like, because he also research in the Bengali theater, and he also doing performance with drama. Then I also like his drama person because his drama activities actor is very nice. His perform also very good. Then when he is perform his drama, then I also always see him, and I always attend his show. That's why I like to him very much. And
Okay, Mahbub, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. Let's move on part 3. What types of professions are very important for our society?
I think our society is need so many person who can utilize our ac- most of problem is traffic jam. Then who can make that one is very easy, and that who can realize how can it decrease in this our
In terms of professions, what are the major differences that you can see nowadays if we make a comparison with the last few decades?
sorry sir, you can tell me.
In terms of professions, can you see any major changes nowadays if we make a comparison with the last few years?
Yes, so many profession now already changes because our population also change. That's why our more than our environment and our transport and our roads and highway, everything is changed. That's why so many jobs and so many vacancies also change it usually.
Okay, so Mahbub, thank you so much. This is the end of your IELTS speaking test. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Next, Robin, please welcome. You sit down, please. May I know your full name? Please take the microphone.
Thank you, sir. This is Ghulam Mustafa Robin. You can call me Robin.
Robin, do you work or study?
Recently, I'm working as an operation associate of Pathak Courier, and Pathak Courier is one of the largest courier company in the city.
Okay, so Robin, do you enjoy your job?
Of course, I love my job because this is a platform where I can express myself fully.
So what are the major challenges that you can see in your job in the future?
In every job there are so many challenges. For me, the challenges is to provide good customer service and accumulate that to all.
Okay, let's talk about color. Do you have any favorite color?
I love purple. Most of the time, my relatives tell me that purple color shirt is very much suitable for me. So I like to choose that color.
Some people love black the most. Why?
I don't have much knowledge about their perception because it's depend on their choice. Because I love purple, they love black, and it depends of it totally depends on them.
Do you think color does have an impact in our society?
I don't think so, but most probably people think that it's impact a lot because when we go out. So when we saw any kind of a black cat, it assume that it is very bad for us. But I don't believe this is a bright thought for us.
Okay, Robin, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In the portion of the test, you'll be given a card, and this is the card. And of course, you're allowed to take some notes if you want. This is the pencil, and of course, here is the paper. Okay, and your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Ashraf, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please start speaking.
I believe vacation is a part and parcel in our life. Last month, I went to a resort which is situated in Gazipur. I went there with my family members, and the view of the resort was so mesmerized, and I feel that it was very lovely for all to visit there. On that time, I noticed that the resort was very much pleasurable for us because it is very, it looks very comfortable. It looks very charming, and all of the view was very much wonderful to us. On that time, when we tried to visit a lot of places on that spot, we went to the garden and we saw a playground of flowers. We bathed on the pool, and the pool was very large, so that our family member was very enjoyable on that time. Then we visit some places and we saw some sightseeings, which was very much attractable to us. On that time, when we got enough time on that spot, we went back to our house. And on that time, we saw that there are so many shopping centers, and we did some. We bought some items which was very much good, and those items we tried to show off in our houses. And I believe that the situation was very good for us because we spent a lot of time, and it helps us to bond ourselves. And it.
Robin, thank you so much. This is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 2. Give the card and put pen and the paper back. So for better understanding, I will love to ask more questions in relation with this part 2. Why do people prefer vacation?
First of all, it removes our monotony because when we go outside with someone which we like most, it feels us some kind of a pleasure because we know that day by day we are working too much, and it is very much harmful for us. Because
why do individuals prefer to have some objects when they get back home from the vacation?
But the most important thing is we got some good memories, and these memories can help us to boost our life. And when we go somewhere with our favorite persons, those memories can help us to generate and live our life in a good way.
So what kind of object generally individuals prefer to get back what types of objects generally individuals prefer to get back their home from their vacation?
I'm sorry, can you please
what types of objects individuals prefer to bring with them in their home when they get back from the vacation?
When someone go outside, they saw many things. There are so many shops, or there are so many super shop. Okay. So it there are although there is so many items, someone like to get any kind of items or objects. Okay. So they get any kind of objects. For me, I will go to supermarket and I will buy some shirts or pants.
So in your opinion, having the objects with them is really beneficial for them?
Most of the time it's beneficial for them because they try to buy some necessary items, which is very much good for them. Most of the time when people get good money, they try to buy some unnecessary items. They feel that it is a good showpiece to show, and it helps them to increase their status.
So do you think purchasing the unnecessary items during their vacation is completely wasting of money?
I don't think so, because people love to do shopping. Sometimes they try to buy necessary things. Otherwise, they try to buy unnecessary things. And for me, I prefer necessary things which is very much useful for me.
Okay, so Ravin, this is the end of the IELTS speaking test. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And the next one. Yeah, please come sit down. So what's your full name? Take the microphone.
My name is Nusrat Jahan Sultana. You can call me Nusrat.
Nusrat, where are you from?
I am from South Bournemouth.
So do you work or study?
I'm a full-time government job holder, and I'm working in a government organization actually, which name is Bangladesh Poly Vidyutayan Board, and I'm working there as an auditor.
Let's talk about your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I have a couple of hobbies. Like I love to read books, and I love traveling.
So what kind of books do you love to read?
I basically love to adventurous books, which gives me thrillings, and it helps my mind to think differently, and it helps me to boost my power, inner power actually.
So what did you visit last time?
I visited last time a very historical place, which is Shonargaon,
Okay.
and I went there with my family, and I spent almost the whole day there. There was a fair, a folk fair actually. I go and there is a very known.
What are the main advantages of visiting somewhere?
It actually visiting some place it refresh our mind. This is the most important thing, and sometimes we whenever we feel depressed.
So this is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In this portion of the test, you'll be given a card. This is the card, and of course you'll be given a paper and pen. Of course you're allowed if you want to take some notes. So Nusrat, your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please commence speaking.
According to me, the useful idea that I learned in school is behave well. Actually, well behavior whenever whatever the situation is, but I have to calm my mind and speak to others in politely.
Okay.
I have learned it from whenever I was in when I was in class 5. One of my teacher name is Moshir Rahman, who was our science teacher, and he has taught us that how is the situation is, but you have to behave to other very politely, very politely, and so.
This is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 2. Let's move on part 3. Why do people share their thoughts with others?
People, sorry sir, can you repeat?
Why do individuals share their thoughts or ideas with others?
People are very social. Human beings are social, as we know, and they always try to communicate with others. And we love to share our ideas or our thoughts to others to know them that what is going on our mind and what is going on our life. We actually love to do it because sometimes we want to know what the other thinks about us. Whenever we go somewhere with our friends or colleagues, we always.
Do you think sharing family-related issues with others are really risky?
Yes, of course. I think it's very risky. Our family life is totally different from our professional and social life, and sometimes our family can some issues can be rise in our family, but we cannot share them with our colleagues or any of our outsider, because they can take the advantage to miscommunicate with our family members, and they can misguide us in some of aspects. And
While sharing our thoughts with others, why do we need to be cautious?
we need to be cautious about our privacy. need not to share anything which is very close to our life, or anything about our family members. We don't need to share to others.
Okay, thank you so much. And this is the end of your test. Have a great day ahead. Uma, please, coming. Yeah, coming. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
What's your full name?
My full name is Murshida Amina. I call Sriti. My family
Sriti,
name is
where
Sriti.
are you from?
I'm from Manikganj. This time I live in Bonusri.
Do you work or study?
I am full-time employee, regular employee. I have been working one multinational company. This is a Chinese project. I'm working on this project.
Let's talk
for-
about pets. Do you have any pets?
No, this time I have no pet, but I like pet.
Why do people actually keep pets in their house?
Well,
Is it really risky to keep a pet in our house?
yeah, sir. Sometimes it's risky. Pinch children because it's risky. But maximum people like pet. When he
Let's talk about music. Do you love music?
yes, sir. I like music and I like all type of music.
What kind of music do you like the most?
I like Bengali music, English music, and most like Hindi music.
So this is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. In this portion of the test, you will be given a card. Here is your card. And for taking some notes, okay, here is the paper and of course the pen. And you will have 1 minute to take some preparation. Your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Sriti, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please start speaking.
Okay, sir. Well, sometime I go Mithai and there one person, her name is Aki. Sometime I bought his shops. Some sweets, some sandwich, and officially, unofficially, my family meet her shops, and personally, I like him. He is very polite and humble person. She is very polite and humble person, and actually, he is also like me.
Okay, so this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. Let's move on part 3. Give the card and the paper back. So, okay, in your opinion, to become a successful salesperson, what are the quality a person does have?
Well, actually, first of all, his personality is polite,
Okay.
and customer is always right. That person's he knows, and best quality.
So do you believe
best
working
quality.
as a salesperson is really challenging?
Yes, sir. Of course, challenging because multiple customer is go there, and every person's mentality different type, and his mentality.
Let's talk about traveling. Why do people travel to other countries?
Most people like travel because is refreshment and is and go there your vacations time is spent.
So this is the end of your IELTS speaking test. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Upama, do you want to participate? Okay, just for a very short time. Anyway, please sit down. What's your full name?
My full name is Adiba Hassan Upama, but my nickname is Upama. You
Upama-
call me Upama.
Okay, Upama, do you work or study?
I work. I study. I study on our second year.
Okay, so what do you lead nowadays?
Well, I live there is.
Okay, let's talk about your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I hobbies. My hobby is traveling.
Okay.
Um, I am most of the.
Okay, so Upama, this is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2. And here is a card. Okay, if you want to take some notes, of course, you are allowed. And here is the pen and the paper. Upama, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please start speaking.
Well, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. So give the card, okay, and the pen and the paper back. So for better understanding, I'd love to ask you more questions. If you get a chance to work as salesman, will you accept the proposal?
Sorry, sir.
If you get a chance to work as a salesperson, will you accept the proposal? Okay, so Upama, this is the end of the IELTS speaking test. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Want to participate? Yeah, please sit down. What's your full name?
My full name is Shahidul Islam. You call me Shahid.
Shaheen.
Shahid.
So Shahid, where are you from?
Basically, I am from Feni, but now I live in Bonustri.
Are you a student or an employee?
I am full-time employee, but
Okay.
I am a student National University.
Okay, so do you have any plan to go abroad?
Basically, I am no plan. I have no plan now. I have no plan abroad, but I will study abroad.
Okay, let's talk about your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I have any hobbies. Basically, I have hobbies traveling and shopping.
Okay, so how often do you go for traveling?
Yes, recently I traveling Mawaghat.
With whom do you love to visit somewhere?
Please,
With whom do you love to travel somewhere?
yeah, my friends and my cousin.
Okay. So this is the end of the IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on part 2, and in this portion of the test you'll be given a card, and here is your card. Okay, and this is a pen, and of course here is the paper. You're allowed to take some notes if you want to take so. Shahid, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please start speaking.
Yeah, recently I buy some t-shirt and jeans pant.
Okay.
In Mulla Tower.
Okay.
Salesman is good and he's talking very honest.
Okay. So this is the end of it. IELTS speaking test part 2. Give the card and the paper and the pen back. Now I'd love to ask you more questions to know better regarding this. What are the qualities, in your opinion, a salesperson does require?
His quality is honest and smartness.
Okay.
And
if you get a chance to work as a salesperson, will you accept the offer?
yeah.
Why? Okay, so this is the end of it. IELTS speaking test, and thank you so much. Have a great day ahead, and congratulations, everyone. You have done a magnificent job. So, do you want to take the feedback now?
Yes, sir.
প্রথমে রবিনের জন্য বলবো I do appreciate your speaking, but your main problem was with the cue card. You didn't accept, you didn't get the point. The question wasn't about the visit. The question was basically about the object. Otherwise, you may estimate it 0.5 to 1 band higher. Besides grammar, you may make some of the mistakes. Okay, but I do believe if you practice for some days, you'll be able to overcome this hurdle. And to be honest, if you practice effectively, if you follow the real guidelines, it is quite possible to hit at least 6.5 in your speaking in the real exam. Okay, then Nusrat, you did very well, to be honest. But what is my observation? Go through the direct answer. Give the direct answer first, then go for the explanation. Shomana, I highly recommend you, okay, to work on your grammar. Okay, sometimes you do make some mistake. That is all about subject-verb agreement. But idea generation is perfect. And another thing is that, first of all, give the direct answer, then explanation, and finally an example to prove that there is a logic why you have answered this. Yeah. So thank you all, and your answer will be published by tomorrow. And here in the center, okay, it will be hanged somewhere as to how you can observe your result and you can assess your current level. And thank you all for the participation. Hope to see you next time. Walaikum Assalam.